Here's Lindsay. So, good body position, good streamline. Your hips and legs are riding high in the water. You have a pretty good extension with both arms, and you're not really lifting your head to breathe. You're just turning to the side to breathe, which is what you want to do. So that is all very good. Extension could be slightly better when, you know, I'm looking at the swimmers from this view. If you see some space in between the shoulder or upper arm and the head when you're extended forward, then that means there's room for improvement there. So you can see there's a little bit of space in there. So each time you reach, you want to reach forward and then sort of hyperextend your lats, or try to get your shoulder to rub your ear or your chin and really stretch out. And there's some tape of you doing that at the end of the video here. Kick looks pretty competent. Looks like it's you're generating mostly from the hip and then snapping down through the leg. So that looks fine. Underwater stroke we'll talk about during the underwater section. So from this view, you can see what your lower body is doing as far as streamline is going, and you're doing a good job there. Your hips and legs are staying in the same line or path as your upper body, and then you can see how your rotation is. Rotation to the left when you breathe is really good. To the right, or excuse me, when your left arm is extending and the right arm is finishing, could be a little better. So the solution for both of those is to just really work on, continuing to extend, reach forward as well as possible. The spot you're reaching to, pretty good. You might be a little closer to the center line than I would recommend. I would say slightly off to the side, so your left arm just off the left, right arm just off the right. But what you were doing there is kind of within the acceptable range. Okay, so underwater strokes. You're sort of in between what I would call straight arm pull and a little bit of elbow slipping. So the straight arm pull means that your upper arm and forearm basically stay one line. Looking at your right arm there. Yeah, so basically one line through there, and actually your right arm is doing a reasonably good catch. You see the left arm here. Okay, so yeah, the left arm is sort of in between the straight arm and a little bit of elbow slip. What that means is that your hand and forearm angle is not going completely vertical, at least with the left arm. With the right arm, one more look. And with the right arm, you're in between a straight arm pull and a high elbow catch. That high elbow catch or early vertical forearm is the idea that when you reach forward, your hand and forearm pivot so that they are angled vertical to the bottom of the pool as early as possible in the stroke. That way you get the leverage on your pull through. One arm drill and catch up drill are really the main drills that are going to help with that. The lines that you're pulling back are completely fine, so you're pulling straight back more or less. That's good.
Just working on the extension.
Okay, so here,
trying to get
working on the extension, and you can see the difference if you look, at the space between your shoulder and your head. Much longer reach. As you practice this becomes more comfortable, and then you can convert that into propulsion by, the improvement in your catch angles. This also will make you slightly more streamlined, or presenting less surface area to the water.
One arm drill, working on the catch. Good.
So here, you're doing a good job with this. You are able to do the correct motions, because you can see that your hand and forearm sort of tend to disappear from viewed from above, meaning they've angled vertical, and that's what you want to see when you're watching swimmers from this angle. So that's good. So this is a good drill for you. It's also pretty good with the left arm. Yeah, so keep working on that.
So this is normal swimming, just trying to get good extension, good catch. Looks good. The extension definitely makes a difference. It's getting that much more reach or water per stroke, distance per stroke.
So this is a sort of frame by frame analysis. So pretty good extension. This was even before any comments. And pretty good rotation there. So it's incremental improvements as far as the extension goes, at least viewed from that standpoint. Now here, what I look at is your upper arm and forearm angles, and you see how your forearm is pretty much parallel to the bottom of the pool in the previous slide, and then starts to angle down here, but it hasn't gone vertical even when you're midway through the stroke. So imagine directional arrows coming off that hand and forearm. They really weren't pointing straight back, which is what you want to see. So you want that arm to be pulling backwards, your body thus pulling forwards or being pushed forward. And again, one arm drill and doggy paddle drill and some fist drill, that's where you just close your hands into fists. Those are all going to be helpful. So pretty good reach and extension here also. Pretty good rotation. And then looking at your arm angles, starting to get a bit of a scoop sort of angle there, a bit of a high elbow catch. So you've got, this is better. So you can see how your hand and forearm were up and down or vertical or a little earlier than the other arm. Maybe not still perfectly up and down, but that's better. The closer you get to that early vertical forearm is going to translate into speed. So really keep working on that, because everything else is pretty good.